Hi everyone. Are you guys able to hear me? For some reason, I'm not able to hear you guys. I can't even, obviously, you can't, what am I thinking? Hi Sonu. Hello. We're going to give a couple of minutes to people because हम लोगों ने 10:30 बजे शुरू करना है. So, मेरे 10:30 बजे, which is 11 o'clock your time. Thanks for staying up this late to hang out with me. Hi Rohit. Hi Kajal. So nice to see everybody here. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Suchita. You can hear me, that's awesome. Yeah, I just changed up the setting. Last time when I did the Facebook Live with Amul, मैंने दूसरी तरफ करा था, but I felt कि यहाँ से ज़्यादा सब आपको ठीक दिखाई देगा. आज की रेसिपी है वो बिल्कुल हट के है जो हमने पिछली दफ़ा बनाया था. I hope you guys had a chance to watch that live. और उसकी रेसिपी मैंने अपने Instagram पे लगाई है, तो अगर आपको मौका नहीं मिला है, so you can go back and check my Instagram. Hi Komal. Hi Sodhya. All right, so I think in a minute we'll get started. So अगर आपने देखा होगा आज का description, it says energy balls. So you know, I just wanted to do something कि जो healthy हो, tasty हो, आसानी से बन पाए, ताकि अगर आप मेरा ये live देखने के बाद आपको लगता है कि चलो ये बनाते हैं, so you don't need a lot of stuff. You can actually swap out things. अगर ये आपके पास नहीं है तो कुछ और बना सकते हैं. So what am I preparing today? The voice is low. Is this better now, Kajal? Hi Ai. My mom is also watching. I'm so excited. And all right, so it's 10:30. Let's get started. And so today's recipe is a no-cook recipe. That means हम stove नहीं चलाएंगे, आपको heat की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So something that you can easily do with your kids too. It is full of nutrients. You can customize it to whatever you want. And उसका नाम है, मैंने रखा है नाम, Rose Energy Balls. So अगर आप देखते हो कि अगर रात में जाग रहे हो, फिर मन ललचा जाता है that you want to eat something, और ज़्यादातर फिर कोई कुकी खा ली या कुछ नमकीन खा लिया, and I feel that anytime I do that, मेरी नींद अच्छी नहीं होती, and then I feel really not great in the morning. So I'm trying to do something that is healthy and it's tasty. So we will give another minute for people to join, and then I will start going over the ingredients. And I will try and answer your questions as much as I can, but अगर कुछ छूट जाता है, I'll go back to the chat and I will definitely make an effort to respond to those, right? Okay, I hope you guys are staying healthy. The shutdown is lifting up, but that doesn't mean कि हम बिल्कुल अपना guards down करें. We should be careful, eat good stuff that builds our immunity and resistance to all kinds of diseases, right? So hopefully hopefully this recipe helps you, adds to your repertoire. So मैं जब वर्कआउट करती हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि वर्कआउट करने से पहले या वर्कआउट करने के बाद भी this is something I love eating. So I'm going to show you the ingredients. Okay, hang on. Let's see how I can show it to you. Okay, are you guys able to see my see my tray here? I will walk through each one of them. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'm just going to take my phone off the stand and just walk you guys through here. Okay. Okay. All right. Do you guys see this? There's dates. There's a little bit of honey. This is cashew butter, and I'll talk about all the ingredients and iski kya zarurat hai. This is whey powder. It's completely optional. There's some dark chocolate. There's these chia seeds, and there is the dry coconut. Oats bhi hai, and to make it rose flavored, there is some of the rose syrup. So why is it important to use these ingredients? So let's start with oats, right? Oats are super healthy, full of fiber, help you lower your cholesterol, very highly recommended by the doctors. Dates, अगर आपने देखा कि ये रेसिपी में आर्टिफिशियल शुगर नहीं है, अगर आप ये रोज़ को हटा देते हैं तो दिस इज स्वीट इनफ, जस्ट स्वीटेंड विथ नेचुरल स्वीटनर्स. जैसे डेट्स हैं, ये दिस हेल्प यू मैनेज योर blood pressure and it's good for diabetes because it has low glycemic index. कैशू बटर है ये, तो कैशू जो है, जो इंडिया के इंडिया में काफ़ी मिलते हैं, it has lot of nutrients and lot of rich nutrients like iron and zinc, but the most important one is called selenium, which basically is good for fighting cancer. So if you see all the ingredients that we have are healthy, you can swap out. अगर आपके पास कैशू बटर नहीं है तो आप पीनट बटर का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. आपके पास अगर खजूर नहीं है तो आप एप्रिकॉट्स है, जर्दालू है, उसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. And I am hearing people saying that the sound is not good. Can you guys just confirm? Give me a thumbs up if the sound is good again. Yes, no? Awesome. Thanks, Sonu. So going back to what I was saying, so जैसे chia seeds है. Chia seeds come originally from Mexico. They belong to the mint family. And इसमें अगर आप vegetarian हो तो ज़्यादातर आपको प्रॉब्लम आती है कि ओमेगा 3 फैटी एसिड्स है जो फिश से मिलते हैं, तो आप उसका कैसे सोर्स आपको मिलेगा. तो things like chia seeds help you get the omega 3 acids, right? Then you have the coconut, which has good fat, again, comes from India. And कैशू का जैसे मैं बता रही थी, मैंने कैशू को ग्राइंड करा है काफ़ी अच्छी तरह से, उसका कैशू बटर बनाया है. I feel that we have all of these things in India and we don't need to, go crazy with finding different things that are not available in India to make something healthy. You can cook with what you have. So I try to speak both English and Hindi, that way everybody understands. But my instructions and my recipe would be written in English, so you would find that useful if you go back to it. Hi, Prafulla. Nice to see you. All right, so let's get started. So what we are going to do is, I showed you all the ingredients. I'm going to basically put everything in the food processor. Churn it. That's it. That's how simple this is. There's no cooking. There's no heat involved. There's no frying. It is just taking all these good ingredients and we are going to churn it. Chia seeds ko English में क्या कहा जाता है? I do not know. But I know that if you don't have chia seeds, you can easily use sabza, basil seeds that have very similar properties and they're great for your health as well. So you can absolutely swap out chia seeds with basil seeds, sabza. And even just say, if you don't have, for example, oats, I have done it with what we call jhalmuri or puffed rice, and that works great. I have added some makhana, fox nuts that are popped. That works great. So there are a lot of combinations. It's your imagination and whatever you want to do with it, right? Recipe for cashew butter, Ritu, it's very, very simple. All you need to do is take some cashews, very lightly roast them, and you literally blend them through the food processor or blender till they become like paste. There's nothing added in it. There's no salt. There's no extra oil. It is as simple as just grinding cashew nuts in the blender. But I will be posting some recipes for nut butters pretty soon. So keep watching this, my Instagram. That's where you will find all the recipes. The oats are not roasted. Oats, actually, if you know, just like poha or flattened rice, it's pre-cooked. So what they do is they take the oats, they cook them, and then they flatten them and they're dried. So these actually can be eaten as they are. You don't need to roast them. If you do roast them, it's great. You can, it grinds easily. Oh, my niece has joined too. Hi, Ira. Hi, Ojas. So nice to see them here. So going back to oats, so you can roast it because it just makes it easier to grind, but it's not necessary at all. Dark chocolate, I don't get Amul chocolate here, but you can absolutely use Amul chocolate or any dark chocolate. Again, dark chocolate has a lot of antioxidants, something that's so delicious and yet very, very good for you. So I love adding them to my recipes. Energy ball, that's correct. That's what we are doing. And why is it called energy ball? Because if you looked at all the ingredients that I talked about so far, every ingredient has something nice to offer to us. Lot of nutrients, lot of protein, like chia seeds have protein, cashew has protein, ingredients like, or components like selenium that helps fight cancer, dates which help you balance your sugar. So everything looks, you can see that it's very healthy. You can absolutely skip rose essence. Like I said, it's your imagination, Gupika. I have done it with elaichi and saffron, and I have added some honey. So you can mix and match. So what I like about this recipe is you don't have to go shopping just to make this recipe. You can look at your pantry, your cupboard, and see what do you have, and just mix and match. Maybe if you think it's a little sweet, next time add a little bit more dates. Or if you think you want to add more crunch, add raw almonds, right? So it is how you take this recipe forward. So I'm just giving you a very base recipe, okay? And the ingredients and exact weight of those recipes, I will write it down and it will be posted in my Instagram. If you look at the post, it has the Instagram link, so you should be able to find it very easily. All right, so you can use agave syrup, absolutely. Agave is a great alternative. It's a great vegan alternative because honey is not considered vegan. But at the same time, if you look at India or many places, you don't get agave very easily. Whereas honey, local honey is also good for you and helps you fight the allergens. And so using honey and agave, both is absolutely nice. Asha, it's a little bit of tricky situation because I have people watching from all over the world and hence I'm speaking in English. But I love speaking in Hindi. मैं इंडिया से हूँ तो हिंदी तो मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती है. So I'll try to plug in Hindi as well. But अगर कुछ समझ नहीं आता है तो please ask me question and I would be happy to answer them. So my Instagram name is Saffron Touch because I love saffron, zafran या केसर. And so hence the name of my Instagram is Saffron Touch. Again, you will find it up here. All right, let's get started. We have spent a lot of time talking, but all I'm going to do, let's see how I can manage this without making too much noise. I have a food processor here. This is my food processor, to which I'm first going to add my oats and dates. And if you have dates which are not very soft, तो आप उसको पानी में भिगो के रख सकते हैं. Replacement for honey, amoli, I just talked about it. You can use agave. You can even use, I wanted to show you this. So this is molasses. जब sugar cane से शक्कर बनती है, गुड़ बनने से पहले का stage है ये. This is called molasses. In Marathi, we call it kakvi. Full of iron. Super, super good for you. Not processed like a processed sugar. So when I bring this from my hometown, Solapur, but if you want to swap it out for agave or honey, absolutely a great alternative, right? If you don't have food processor, what can you do? What you would do is take a mixer, pulse, pehle, oats grind kar lo, dates ko grind kar lo, and just take a big bowl and mix everything together. So you don't really need food processor, it just makes it easy, right? So all I'm going to do, sorry for the noise, but I'm just going to churn this really loudly. Sorry. So all you're doing is getting the dry ingredients sort of blended together first. जैसे मैंने chocolate डाल दिया, मैं coconut डाल रही हूँ. You can coat this ball with seeds like, yes, that's a great idea, Kuldeep. You can coat it with I love adding sunflower seeds. I actually make granola. If you go to my website, you will see a granola recipe which is full of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, जो हमारे इंडिया में मिल जाते हैं आराम से. Flax seeds is a great alternative. Again, flaxseed is full of omega-3, right? जो हमें fish से मिलती हैं. But if you're vegetarian, like I am, I try to do flax seeds a lot. In fact, शोलापुर जहाँ से मैं हूँ, हमारे यहाँ चटनी बनती है. We call it zavas, and we make a chutney with flax seeds. So that's a great alternative, Kuldeep. I love coating toasted seeds because they're बहुत crunchy and it just very inviting. It looks very pretty too. All right, I'm going to pulse it. I have added the cashew butter, the chocolate, dates, dry coconut, oats. सब डाल दिया इसके अंदर, chia seeds. And this actually, because I use it for workout, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a whey powder. So it's pure whey. And if you're vegan, you can't use that because it comes from milk. मेरी पेज का नाम is Saffron Touch. मैंने, अगर आप ऊपर जाओगे, पोस्ट में मैंने लिंक भी दिया हुआ है. So whey powder जो है, it's full of protein again. So if you're not vegetarian, I mean, if you're not vegan, you can absolutely use this. And that makes it like a protein bar that you can take it with you if you go to the gym or if you're working out, right? No, Kuldeep, I did not soak the chia seeds because I want that crunch. Sometimes I soak chia seeds and make a drink out of it, just like we make faluda, where we soak sabza. You can absolutely do that. But in this case, I wanted to keep it whole and crunchy. रिया, वेबसाइट का नाम मैंने ऊपर रखा था, तो आपको मैं दिखाती हूँ. मैंने Saffron Touch, मैंने, अगर ऊपर जाओगे तो आपको दिखाई देगा. Thank you, Japa. I love my house too and I love my kitchen. Food processor की तरफ? Okay, fine. Let's do this. Can you guys see this? All right. I'm really glad, Viraj, that you're liking what I'm explaining because, you know, there's so much information out there, but I really like to see how I can incorporate healthy stuff in my diet. So if you can see, I'm going to show this to you guys. If I just take this mixture, it's already forming into a ball, if you see. And I'm going to add the rose syrup that will finish bringing it together. Like I said, if you want to add rose syrup, skip the honey because that would be too sweet. But if you don't have rose syrup, or if you want to not use, you know, artificial sugar, you can absolutely use honey or agave or molasses. All of those great alternatives. Even the date jaggery that we get in Kolkata, I think it's called khajur good. That's a great way to bind this together as well. All right, last All right, I want you guys to see this. I'm going to try and bring this closer. Do you guys see this mixture now? Great. All right, so what I'm going to do is take these, take it out in a bowl. Just give me a second. I'm going to move this out. We don't need the food processor now. We can move it out. I'm just going to pour out the mixture in this bowl so I can show it to you. All right. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see the mixture? You can make it into any shape. You can make it like a square, like cereal bars, like energy bars. Can you believe how expensive the energy bars are? And if you can make them at home to your taste, sometimes I add cinnamon, sometimes I add nutmeg, sometimes it's cardamom, you know. You can absolutely use maple syrup. So many alternatives, right? Isn't this fun? Like you take one base recipe and you play with it. Actually, my kids love this too. You can put it in the snack or lunch boxes as a great idea for snack, healthy snack. And then I was going to say that imagine this, there's no heat involved. So if you are watching them manage the food processor, you can even let the kids make this recipe. Let them have fun with it, right? I will repeat the recipe, Meena. So all we did was we took different ingredients like oats and dates. You can absolutely add dried figs. We added some dry coconut, some chia seeds. You can also add sabza, basil seeds. You can, and then we added some dark chocolate, dry coconut, like I said, and just blended everything together. We added cashew butter, but you can use almond butter. You can use peanut butter. You can add, a diabetic person can eat this because this doesn't have any processed sugar. It has a lot of low release or low glycemic index things like the dates. So yeah, what is the difference in molasses and maple syrup? Very different. Maple syrup comes from the tree of maple, where you give cut to the bark, to the trunk of the maple tree, and the syrup oozes out and you collect it in jars, right? Whereas if you look at molasses, what we call kakvi in Solapur, that comes from when you start processing sugar cane, ganna, to make it into a jaggery and then into sugar. So this is a stage before jaggery. So very, very unprocessed, full of iron. That's molasses for you. We have not used any Amul products. Well, technically no, yes, but I've used the dark chocolate, which if you are in India and if you can get dark chocolate, you can absolutely use Amul's dark chocolate. Unfortunately, I don't get it here, so I used an alternative. Oats I used are raw. They're not raw actually because they're pre-cooked, if you know. Oats are like poha, you know, how you take chawal, you cook the rice and then you flatten it and you dry it. Oats are made in the same way, the oats that you get in the market. Because if you look at raw oats, they actually look like whole wheat. And there's a type of oat called steel cut oats or Irish oats where they're not cooked. You have to cook it. Thank you, Shashank. Thanks for logging. You know, it's so nice that everybody's here even at 11 o'clock in the night and giving me company and watching the recipe. I'm really, really happy. Now, yes, you can dip it in chocolate syrup. That's also a great idea. But I kind of like to control the sweetness. So I want to show you something, what I'm going to do. I have these dried rose petals here. I have some desiccated coconut, जो अभी हमने use करा था, dry coconut. And then उसके साथ में this is unsweetened cocoa powder. So I'm going to take these balls and just roll them in different things. You can roll them in whichever way you want. You can roll it in chopped pistachio. You can roll it in, you know, जैसे कुलदीप ने कहा था, there was pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. You can roll it in that. You have so many ideas, whatever you have. Oh, wow. Hi, how do you say your name? MJ? Hi from Philippines. I love Filipino mangoes and absolutely amazing country, right? I wish I hope to go there someday. I haven't been, but I would love to go. So how would you guys see yourself? All are sleeping late. Oh boy, that's why I guess I'm happy that you guys are sleeping late, because now you guys get to hang out with me, right? Yes, I'm just rolling up these, but I want to show you what I've done here. Give me a second. I want to show you what how the finished things look like. So I have rolled it in just the dark unsweetened cocoa powder, and do you see it looks like a truffle, like chocolate. And you know, kids often eat with their eyes. Everybody eats with their eyes. And I feel that if you make it look attractive, they're tempted. They're super tempted. And then that's how, if your son does gym, Absolutely, almonds, great nuts. You can use almond butter. I use a lot of almond butter in the recipes because it's a great binder, healthy, right? I'll recap the recipe, Akanksha, and like I said, I will be posting it on my Instagram. My Instagram link is in the post above, so you will be able to get it from there as well soon, like maybe tomorrow. And I was saying that, yeah, almond butter, it's a great alternative. I mean, why not use things like raisins and almonds, what we have? And here you go. I want to show you guys how this whole thing is looking. It's looking so pretty. I wish you guys could see it, and I wish you guys could taste it. Yes, you can use cornflakes, but Niti, I'm not a big fan of cornflakes. I feel if you look at different grains, corn is not considered a grain. It actually has a lot of sugar, whereas things like oats or brown rice, like we get in India, the one that is not polished, you have a lot more fiber that's good for your heart. You have good nutrients in it. So I don't like to use cornflakes in my recipes. You would rarely see it. But yeah, if you don't have alternative, like you don't have oats, use puffed rice or murmura, or it's called jhalmuri, I think, or something like that. You can definitely use those ingredients instead of oats. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to wash my hands and show you how these look. Okay, give me a second. I love the different potteries, by the way. This one is from a local artist who does beautiful unglazed pottery. I absolutely love it. It's nice to support the local artists too. All right, let me see how I can show you the finished product. Okay, it's rolling, so we're gonna have to take a second. Hang on, okay, guys? Okay, do you guys see this? Are you guys able to see? These are our energy balls. This is dipped in dark, unsweetened cocoa. This is rose petals. This is dry coconut. How nice is this? Looks like dry fruit laddu, right? Even after a heavy dinner. Absolutely, that's what I like about it. See, what happens is, if you're eating something super heavy just before going to bed, it's going to make you feel sluggish. You won't be able to sleep very well. This is something you can eat in the morning. You can pack, you're going to work and you need some snack. You can definitely pack these and put it in a box and take it with you. And I love such alternatives. Like when I teach workout, I love to go and eat these because, they're not sticky, they're not messy. You just pop one in your mouth and you're good to go, right? So I'm really glad you guys like the recipe. I want to see your questions. I would try to answer them, but we're going to be closing in a minute. So since we're done with our recipe, I'm happy to answer if there are any questions. Avneet, recipe is simple. You take different ingredients like oats and different nut butter. Like I use cashew butter, but you can use peanut or almonds. You can use walnuts. You can use chia seeds, dry coconut, and some sort of sweetener. And what I have used here is honey, but you can use molasses. You can use agave. You can use maple syrup. Yes, you can use pretty much anything you have on your hand, and you just mix it all together in a blender or food processor, whatever you have, and roll it up. That's about it, right? It's simple. See, good recipes, I firmly believe you don't need complicated things to make a recipe good. If you have healthy and good ingredients, if you have balance of flavor, and you make them look pretty, that's all you need, right? You can dip it in maple syrup and then roll it in whatever you want, but it might get too sweet. So you might have to manage it, right? You can, oh yes, that's what I was saying. Shomishta, I'm so glad you said Nolan Good. I absolutely love it. I love the earthiness. I have used it many times in place of honey when I'm making it for my friends who are vegan, because vegan honey is not considered vegan, right? And so yeah, Nolan Good works. Avneet, my Instagram is Saffron Touch, like kesar, Saffron Touch, because I love saffron. I'm obsessed with it. I really appreciate Amul giving me an opportunity to talk to you guys and share my recipes. And it's amazing that even at 11:30 in the night, you guys are with me watching the recipe, giving me your feedback, so many nice questions. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. I hope you liked it, and I think the best compliment would be if you guys make it and share it, right? That would be the best compliment to any chef, right, who's creating some recipes. They want people using it and trying it out. So didn't you think it was easy? Wasn't it easy just putting it together? Thanks, Bindu. Sesame seeds is a great idea. In fact, Asha, I have made even in Middle Eastern cuisine, you call sesame paste tahini, and which is like peanut butter but made with sesame. And I have even used that in the recipe, and it tastes so nutty and so good. You add a little bit of elaichi, cardamom, and a little bit of jaggery, and that tastes like in Maharashtra we make halwa, or called tilgur, in January time. And that's what it tastes like if you use the sesame seeds. Yeah, so Shumishta, please, sorry, Sushmita. Now I got the name right. Sushmita, thank you. Try it with Nolan Good and let me know how you like it. Zankana, thank you. Thanks, Mohit. It's amazing how I get to connect with all of you guys thanks to Amul. If you have any recipe requests, which I can share on my Instagram or my YouTube, please let me know. Vincent, my Instagram is Saffron Touch. Yes, my last name is Godbole, Gagan, so kind of goes with the last name. Yes, you can make almond butter at home, Bindu, and I will be happy to share the recipe if you guys like. Avneet, I'm from Solapur, a town in Maharashtra, but for last few years, I've been living in California. Thanks, Neeta, Molly. Thank you, guys. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I'll let you guys get on with whatever you guys are doing. Good night to those in India and good day for the rest of them. And hope to see you guys sometime soon. All right.